Undergrunt Podcast Network.
You ever read any Nietzsche?
Nietzsche said there's two kinds of people in the world. People who are destined for greatness like Walt Disney and Hitler.
Then there's the rest of us. He called us the bungled and the botched.
We got tased.
We sometimes get close to greatness, but we never get there.
We're the expendable masses.
We get pushed in front of trains. Take poison aspirin. Get cut down in Dairy Queens.
In a small little ship in the center of Mars was a sack of souls with experiment scars. When the psychedelic monk said, "I'll take two," and he put them in a rocket and he ate a lot of glue. And he shot them straight to Earth. When they turned into babies, they were named from that, and they rarely got rabies. And the monk made a movie of their whole entire lives. They were panoramic scenes and zooms of the time. And one time Bob had sex with a ladle, and one time Matt lost a vet to a cradle, and another time Bob caught a dinosaur mom, and another time Matt bought a replica of Guam. And all this more is on a DVD set, only $20.99 with the purchase of a gem. But if you call right now and say, "Where's my whisk?" we'll include this bonus disc.
Hey! Welcome to Bonus Disc!
That was the best one yet.
I know. It was just out of the place.
Making me distract myself with my own thigh. You genius.
Welcome to Bonus Disc, the only show on the internet that breaks down schlock movies scene by scene. I'm Bob Rose. With me is Matt.
Hello.
And today we're joined, thankfully, by John Bennett for a very special episode. Hi.
You're welcome, John.
I just want to point out that I was here not by my own will.
Yes, you were.
I was supposed to watch
You were.
fucking Exterminator 2, but you guys tricked me again.
Wait.
This is the only first time we fully tricked you.
Yeah.
I will admit to it this time.
We lied this time, but we know what? We needed a great guest.
Yeah.
To start out this monumental task.
Fucking thank you.
Yeah, because there will be Bud, okay?
Oh, God. Is that like your fucking
hashtag there will be Bud.
Bud.
So this marks the first in many episodes where we're going to watch the entirety of the Air Bud movie franchise, which is a franchise that spans 14 movies, including all the Buddies movies and the Santa movies that have the Buddy, which are spin-offs of the Buddy movies. The franchise goes from 1997 to 2013, John. That's a legacy, okay? It is not something to be scoffed at.
Nope.
I did the math, and we are going to end up on this podcast in this year alone watching 1,236 minutes of Air Bud movies, which is 20.6 hours of film.
Thank you for asking me at the candle lighting ceremony. You fucking
Cut the ribbon, John! Cut the ribbon!
Fuck you!
This is also, let's not
Dude,
forget.
it was so good when the movie. All right, so John thought we were watching Exterminator.
Yeah.
Bob starts the movie and he goes, "No, this is the wrong one." And we were like, "No, it's fine." And you were like, "No, this is the wrong one."
No, it said Walt Disney.
And you were like, "No,
No!
no, no!" So good.
John, I want you to know that
I hate
over
you
the
guys.
course of this thing that you have started with us,
So
which you... It's this scene you started reluctantly with us.
this is the last movie we're gonna watch this entire year. You understand?
Yes.
I'm really pissed off at you for that.
Yeah.
It should be noted that while this is being released in 2017, this is the last movie we've recorded an episode for on New Year's Eve,
Yep.
2016.
This is what I did with my day.
Yeah.
Is that I watched fucking Air Bud. Oh, god damn it.
I
you
love
guys. Oh.
I just want to say before we start out that doing this, Matt, we are going to be watching the life's work of one Robert Vince.
Dude, Robert Vince is the shit.
He produced
Ugh.
all movies in this franchise, and he directed 4 and 6 through 14. We're gonna watch.
Wait, there's one not directed by him?
No, he directed number 4, which I think is the volleyball one,
Oh, beautiful.
and then he directed 6 through 14.
Okay.
So
1 through 3 and 5 he didn't do.
yes.
Okay.
So, but he produced
produced.
all of them. So this is pretty much what this man is leaving on this planet. Like, I was here. This is his scream into the abyss.
He did it. I'm into it.
I can't wait till you guys finish, and then I'll buy you the doghouse, which is probably in a Kmart right now, with all the earbuds in it.
It should be noted, in case anyone cares or listens to this, that we're not going to cover the movies that are made by Airbud Studios, because they're not in continuity. Because there is an Airbud Studios now, and they made Russell Madness and Pup Star.
I do want to watch Russell Madness,
but they're not in. They don't exist in the Airbud universe.
I wish it was called WrestleMania.
They got sued. They had to change it.
WWE can
Yes,
suck my
they
dick.
got threatened with injunction and had to change the name.
Somebody passed that on a desk to Vince McMahon and said somebody made a WrestleMania.
Vince McMahon had to take legal action against
Sounds
Airbud
too much like wrestling.
Studios.
He had to have a meeting where somebody told him
Against a movie company based off a movie about a dog that plays basketball.
I mean, I think you could argue that people who like wrestling are too stupid to hear someone say WrestleMania and then not be like, hell yeah, man, I love WrestleMania. They made WrestleMania movie, man. Hell yeah, I'll go to that. And they were like, they're going to steal all
Honestly, why didn't Vince McMahon just be like, let's just be a partner with it and just make it an official
right?
WWE
John
movie.
Cena in it.
Right,
It'd be great.
Right, Russell Man is starring John
Shawn
Cena.
Michaels and his lazy eye
my
in that
God.
movie. Who cares?
You have Jake the Snake Roberts die on film.
In WrestleMania.
Getting killed by a fucking dog in WrestleMania.
That would be great. He has like a fucking burlap sack and a Jack Russell Terrier.
Okay. All right. We're not here to talk about the debate WrestleMania. We watched the cornerstone, the foundation.
Man.
Yeah.
This is
The
a concrete
beginning.
slab. That glory was built upon John.
The Genesis.
The house on the hill.
God damn.
My God! Thank you.
Before we start, I have not seen this since 1997. I saw this in theaters. I can easily say I remember nothing. I actually remember a way better movie, but then again, it was 1997, and I wasn't me now. So
It's not a great movie, but I enjoyed it.
here, Matt, just think about it though. These things are gonna get worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at your face.
It's gonna be bad.
Yeah, this is the high watermark, okay?
But technically, we've already watched the first and the end. We just gotta
We know where it
swim
goes.
through
We've
the
seen
soup
Super
of the
Buddies
middle.
together already, but
We gotta swim through the
That's
soup
the
of
only
everything
cold
else.
comfort I have is that I don't have to watch 13 more of these fucking
no,
things.
we're gonna subject other people to it.
Oh, you fucking bastard.
But you got to watch the best one,
Oh,
Right?
oh, well, thank you very much.
I mean,
which you
we'll
apparently
find out.
thought was some sort of Caligula of that.
Dude, I hope.
Okay, I have a
hope fucking
theory.
Five
I
is
have
some
a
We'll get to
theory.
the
All right,
theory.
All right.
I hope
that
number
John
5 is some
has.
sort of masterpiece that somebody just was like, fuck,
It's- I was
whatever
think-
you're
dude.
trying to do it. This is my vision, and that's why he just took it over and was like, no,
You know
I
what
have
I was
to be in
thinking?
charge.
How the Hellraiser franchise, was it Bloodlines? Number
Yeah,
6
four.
or 4 or 6 or something is awesome, and no one cares about it. Really, no one knows that it's awesome.
Wait, well, 4 Bloodlines the one with the space and all that shit with Adam.
Whatever which
Scott.
one was you guys had me watch that was
Oh,
really
5. With
right.
the detective, yeah, it's pretty cool.
I'm just saying,
It's
there
not
could be
bad.
maybe there's Air Bud Spike's back is fucking awesome. You know what I mean?
I really hope so.
I hope one of them is just, damn, that was good. You know, we walk out of it, we're like, that is insanely good.
Well done.
Yeah.
I hope you guys find a movie that has an appropriate amount of actual Air Bud doing things.
We'll get to it. We'll get to it.
All right, fine.
All right,
All
where
right.
does it start with?
Well,
the clown.
it starts on a shitty truck with a clown head on top driving down a road past the sign. And what does the sign say, John?
It says, "Welcome to Fern Fair, excuse me, where everything is possible."
Where everything is possible. That's
It's
the
true.
beginning. You know what?
I believe
Don't
it, dude.
disagree.
I would believe that this place has some sort of curse on it or magical
There's
issue.
an acceptable level of chaos.
I will
in
say
this
the
world.
sign is the first hint of maybe this is Erie, Indiana or something, because this movie feels like it's working on some other level.
It's
Yeah.
almost like this whole city exists on eggshells of horrible magic, where
It's where a hellmouth from Buffy is open or something.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're just very careful not to.
Yeah, everybody's
the
really
balance.
careful like that. like Twilight Zone the movie where they're just like, don't piss off the wish child.
Oh God. So we see Michael Jeter from The Fisher King and Green Mile. He was on Sesame Street a lot.
Evening Shade.
Evening Shade, Bob.
Evening
Shade.
Sorry, I didn't say it's the entire IMDb page. He gets out of his car. He's the clown named Happy Slappy, and he has a dog.
He looks like he's going to kill himself.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
His name is Happy Slappy. He looks terrifying.
He looks like central casting and like Shakes the Clown. Like really bad makeup.
He's easily the best performance in the movie, though.
Oh, absolutely.
He's the star of the. He's the big star.
He's fucking overqualified for this movie.
I feel like you're taking a shit on the janitor, but
They're both kind of equal. They're both great characters. There's two great character actors in this movie that are above the material.
well above it.
Well above it. Okay, so Michael Jeter, and he has a dog in his shitty truck that's locked up in the back.
But it's just like a clown.
It's got a clown suit on, which is apparently really an important part of this movie. It lasts way longer than I thought it would.
Very long.
A very long time. Yeah. So he goes into a children's birthday party and starts doing his shitty tricks, and none of the
they're
kids
terrible. They all hate him.
Yeah.
And they're shit. It's boring.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's not even like
the
wow,
dog just
he's
sits
so bad.
there.
It's just like God, why?
He can't do any of the
close
things
to
that he
your
has. He has a hula hoop and he can't hula hoop.
No.
He has
just mushes balloons together until they pop.
bowling pins and he can't juggle them.
He starts like choking when he tilts his head back to juggle the plate.
Because he tries to juggle a plate on his tongue somehow. I don't know.
He's like a side character from Shakes the Clown.
yeah.
It's horrible.
That didn't have a movie. You know what I mean? Like, he should have a movie. I want to know what that guy's life is. Because how'd you get here? You hate this, and they hate you. And that dog hates you. Like, no one likes you.
What's horrifying is how slowly that mom realizes that she just hired an alcoholic
Right.
to just stand in front of her kids.
They're all just staring at him like, what the fuck is your deal, dude? And then he goes, dog, it's time for you
To
do
shine.
your thing. And then it's just throwing balls at a dog's
Now,
face.
can I just say here, I want to make a note.
It's all he was doing.
Now, the ball that he's throwing at the dog
They were
is
like-
one of those balls that you get from Walmart for kids that's like made of just plastic. It weighs almost nothing.
Yeah, one of those cage balls.
Yeah, they're like so light. Because what happens here is he tosses it at Bud, and then Bud does his whole like mouth hit with it.
he bites at
It slams into Michael Jeter so hard he flies against the wall.
Jesus
He goes
Christ.
over furniture.
Okay,
And that is
Hold
when
on.
that's
So-
when the hellmouth fluctuates.
Yeah, this is what we're talking about. Like, everything's fine and boring and normal, and then something just goes slightly awry, and then it's as if demons grab people and just are like, more chaos! Because it's like, dude, all he did was stumble, and then he fell over a table, knocked everything over as he stood up, then apropos of nothing, runs across the room and dives into a pile of presents. Just goes, ah! We were all like, what the hell is he doing?
And then right after that, he jumps on a fucking chair that has a banana peel on the chair.
Where'd it come?
And
he
then the
slips on
mother
that.
goes, oh, my couch! And we were all like, what?
And then he
How
goes
is that slippery or a problem in the first place?
Dude, it's chaos. Everyone's running around. It's like Kermit the Frog, like, "Ooh!" You know, like everyone loses their shit.
Every time people are huddled, there's people huddling in masses, being like, "No, stay back!
I was
Don't
expecting.
get sucked into it." That's why I'm telling you.
Don't get sucked into
That's
it.
why the fucking bug guy's just like totally fine with all of what that goes down.
Don't get sucked.
That's my theory, that it starts happening to people. You have to stay away.
Like it's a cartoon clown of fighting. Like,
Yeah.
don't get.
No, we're too close.
He's been chosen.
I'm just gonna start screaming for no reason.
Oh man, the close up on the oh,
So good.
and then it cuts to Michael. It cuts to a shot outside the door where he just gets thrown out
Yeah,
of the.
like dirty work thrown out.
Yeah, dirty work thrown out, and the dog gets thrown out, and then God damn it, dude,
Man.
don't get sucked into it. I'm sorry, that is insane.
That's my theory, man.
It's happening again.
Lord, run.
The mother like slams the door, and then he goes, "Can I use you for any references?" And then nope, and then he blames the dog.
He blames the dog.
Blames the dog.
He's
like, I'm gonna fucking take you to the pound. That's it. It's over.
yeah.
Does
He's
does he hit him
semi-abusive.
with the newspaper.
He does. I
Or he
don't-
puts it in the cage and then smacks the cage with the newspaper.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
There was no like direct animal hitting in the
No,
movie.
no.
There's hitting of things, but not
There's
animals.
a lot of dog abandonment.
Right, yes.
Yeah, there is.
So he's angrily driving down the road. His shitty truck is like falling apart. The back end opens up and Bud falls out.
Yep.
No, the case
The
slides
case
out.
slides out, and Bud is now sitting in the middle of the road
Of
in
this
a
dirt
case.
road. Like in
It's
the
not
middle.
dirt. It's asphalt.
Is it? It is
Yes.
asphalt, but it's next to like farmland and shit. Like,
Yeah, like you
It
can
is a
see for
clear,
miles.
flat road.
You
Yeah.
can see for miles.
a giant moving truck almost runs it the fuck over.
Dude, I was actually
And
that
just-
actually gave me a jump scare when that showed that truck.
Really?
I was like, "Oh shit!" I was like, "Is he
You thought this movie was gonna be over
Well,
already?
dude, after that party, I was on edge. You know what the fuck's gonna happen? It's
time bomb chaos.
Like
just sitting in
literally,
the
if
road.
that dog got annihilated and then they just introduced another
Another
golden
Air
retriever,
Bud?
it would have made sense because of the chaos engine that's going
It runs
on.
over the dog and it spurts out a puppy, and it's, yeah.
yeah.
So that truck goes by, and then like an SUV comes and knocks
screeching to a halt, but it still hits him. We were like, "How did you not see that?"
She had to have seen that like
The truck also
half a
had
mile,
just-
right?
A giant truck just had to honk its horn and move out of the way of this thing right in front of her, and she still almost hits this.
This
thing.
mom isn't exactly the sharpest tack. Okay, I mean,
Oh, God
we learned
damn
that later, but she didn't see it.
Okay.
She knocks it over. The boy looks quietly out of the window and sees the dog get out of the little case and walk to the side of the road, and they just drive away.
Yeah, the mother just
They don't
goes,
say
"Wow."
anything.
She goes, "Wow, that was crazy." And
Yeah.
when they pull away, she fucking bumps the cart again. And you're like, "Are you gonna pay no attention to this dog in a clown costume?" It obviously belonged to someone, and she was just like, "I can't be accountable for this."
Dude, not even that. Like, you hit something.
What if it
Why
is,
don't
like-
you look at what it was
It was like that
that
fucking.
obstructed your bumper?
Yeah, she doesn't even get out of the car.
No, none of that. She just fucking keeps going.
Dude, if the dog
He's a scofflaw.
now that like having watched the whole movie, now knowing how smart this dog is, there's no way the dog wasn't going like, "How the fuck you just gonna hit and run?"
Yeah.
Well, are you kidding me?
You gotta give it to Bud. He was standing on the road just staring at the car like,
Yeah.
if he had hands, he would have been like, what
Dude,
the
that was
fuck?
That was the best tableau. That kid was just looking outside the car, seeing the fucking clown dog standing in the middle of the road. It was like that scene in The Doors when fucking Jim Morrison sees the car accident. Like, oh. Dude, it's amazing.
Oh
It's
my God.
amazing.
So they just drive
Like,
on.
wouldn't you think in this movie that's when they would meet
Meet
Bud?
him.
No!
Oh,
It's
no.
insane that that's not. And
The mother didn't
It's
give one fuck
fuck.
about this animal.
okay, so they're
So they
driving.
pull up to the big truck
but
that went
there's
back
an
first.
there's an audio weirdly inserted
fuck
audio
yeah.
ADR here where the mom is talking to the kid about how this town is known for manufacturing napkins,
It's the world's largest napkin manufacturer.
which is a fact that is never used nor comes up
Never
again.
comes up.
Except for by John and
Except
his
for my
crazy
theory, which is
We'll
perfect
get-
in every way.
It's bulletproof.
It's bulletproof.
Get the fuck out of here.
When I heard the napkin thing, I was like, we're not getting through this movie without a dog falling in a big bushel of napkins. I was like, they gotta be setting up.
What would you need all those napkins for? How
Well,
would
I
you
know.
write that into a plot
Like
that,
that-
you need like a pallet of loose napkins for dogs?
I don't know,
to
man.
choke
Maybe my
into? Like, what the fuck?
I'm like, they're gonna write something where Michael Jeter chases Bud into a napkin factory. That's what I was assuming. Why would you?
Okay.
Why set
Well,
that
no,
up?
you know what
don't
I mean?
know.
It's like
there was no.
like in another movie, it would be her mom was like giving a presentation and there's napkins everywhere, and then the dog just annihilates the
Oh, yeah.
napkins.
Right, I'm just
They
saying.
spilled paint all over my prototype napkins. Like, what?
I'm just saying it seems
That would have been super fun.
Yes, but it's not. It's an 80-yard line to support my theory, and that's the way.
Oh my! You're
See,
right
that's
though. It
what's
goes
insane
nowhere.
About it. It's an 80-yard line. Like, just take it out. Like, there's no napkins in this whole goddamn movie. You can just get rid of it, and it's just them walking into the house. It's fine.
There are zero
But they left
napkins.
it in.
We're so not far in this movie.
No, but-
We're so. It's the beginning. It's
Dude, this napkin thing is like mind-boggling when you finish this movie. It's just
why?
There's
It's
several eating seats. There's no napkins.
It makes me
There's
wonder if
nothing.
there's not like a 5-hour cut of this movie that explores the napkin aspect. Like, goes more, like the dog actually plays basketball. You know what I mean?
No,
Like, sorry.
no, damn. You
No,
gave
no,
it
the
away.
fucking kid's father is a napkin CEO.
Oh.
That's why he hates the
He
dog.
was a test pilot with that nothing to do with anything.
All right. Jesus God.
We have to
Yeah,
move forward.
maybe his
Get
dad was a
moving.
napkin czar or some shit. I don't fucking
right,
know.
so
I can't understand why they forced that into the movie like that. It's like,
That's what I said. I'm like, there's gonna be a napkin factory, and this movie's gonna end like RoboCop. But for kids.
I wish. Oh my god.
Some guy's covered in a bunch of napkins. Help me! You know,
What's all the napkins for? For all the bullet holes.
dude, after all the Christ imagery, it's not that far off of a comparison to RoboCop. Bud walks on water. Okay. So they get in the house. They're moving into this house. Okay. And the kid doesn't speak. And the mom's on the phone, right?
Yeah.
She's like talking to, I forget who she's talking
I
to.
think she's talking to the napkin company that
Or
she's now
something.
employed to.
She's talking about how her son hasn't talked since the incident or the
Yeah,
death
father
of her
died.
father.
Yeah.
He goes into his room. He looks at he puts his stuff down, looks at a picture of his father. All that stuff you've seen 1,000
Yeah,
times.
he's a dead test pilot.
His
for
dad's
no
dead.
reason.
The kid's half catatonic. He's like the kid from Scrooge, just doesn't talk anymore, sort of.
Yeah.
And that's really all of that scene, right?
Mm-hmm.
He picked out the basketball and his dad. So there's like
Yeah, she says that he did like playing basketball. No, we haven't got there yet.
No, that's when she's at the school.
That's what she's at the school, which is next, right?
Yeah, it's right after.
Does it show the dog again? Not yet.
Well, we just know that the dog has found a place in this abandoned church, and he's
Yes.
just shivering and dying.
He's still wearing the clown costume
Yes,
too.
yes.
But yeah,
There's an abandoned church.
he's,
Church.
like sleeping next
Yeah.
to it.
Church goes with Matt's theory,
Dude, my theory,
and the
is
napkins
more
go with
bullet-
your theory.
Yeah,
about-
see.
The napkins are loose cannon, man. It has so little context. You can make almost anything you want out of those napkins.
Okay,
My
I'll
theory is
tell
just
you,
no one knew what was going on.
There's
That's
a-
what my theory is.
There's a little room 237 happening.
Yeah.
Here. I can feel that. I can feel that. There's several theories.
That's
too.
why I said to you, this is true art, because you watched it and you saw what you wanted to see.
And
John.
you saw what you wanted to see.
Yeah,
It's
Matt.
true.
I wanted to see
Matt
Christ.
is not wrong.
Okay,
The audience could take away anything from Air Bud.
but they're probably gonna come away with what I said.
I doubt it.
It's pretty.
Dude,
it's
no one
pretty
ever has
apparent.
come away
No.
from this movie
no
with
one has
like,
watched Air Bud and was like, this is what this is about.
Listen.
all right.
All right.
So yeah, Air Bud is living in an abandoned churchyard forest thing,
Still dressed like a clown.
still dressed like a clown. We see that, and like it's the next day. The kid is sitting outside the principal's office while the mom is in there talking to the principal. She says, "What is he like? He used to play basketball, but he doesn't anymore. But
He's like, we got a great band.
play that, do that."
Cut to,
The band.
he's
We're-
got a trombone. He doesn't know how to play it at all.
They're
But,
like-
but then there's that creepy band
Oh,
instructor
man.
who's just like, blow
Don't
it,
blow so hard.
blow
Blow
harder,
hard.
blow harder, blow it hard.
And then he like blows the end of his trombone
Blows
off.
the trombone at
That
him.
goes with John's theory. Anyway, continue.
See,
Yes.
It does.
That helps.
an overly
Here.
sexual
I'm
universe.
here.
I know. I'm moving it like that.
Okay.
Sorry, Air Bud just has us all. It's like chaos. It's don't get sucked in.
Yeah. Don't get sucked into that
I'm trying to
elbow.
keep my distance.
It's because any slight movement we could just start. You know, just like a
Full on
tornado.
Float away.
Jesus Christ.
The guy who directed this should make Twister 2.
All right.
Where
So,
are we? Yeah, okay. He fails at the trombone. That's when he's coming home from school, sad with a trombone case, and that's when he sees the church, And he's like, "What's up with this?" And he looks over the fence, and there's like a basketball court.
But it's
back there.
decrepit as shit.
It's covered in bullshit. And you were
Yeah.
like, "Why does this sound like this place is magic?" And that's because I'm telling you, it is.
When he walks into this thing, the shot looks like he's discovering the secret garden.
Yes.
It looks like magic is happening.
It's just a shitty basketball field.
But the movie doesn't feel like that. It feels like, oh my god, I found like this manna from heaven everywhere. Let me eat it. You know what I mean? Like he found something.
So this is when he's playing basketball. The ball rolls into the
Into the bushes.
weeds.
Yeah.
Which start like trembling.
Yeah, they tremble, and then the ball pops out. And then when he goes over there, all he finds is a scrap of the clown costume.
Scrap
See,
of a
and-
hobo clown.
Like
Isn't that the
chunk
weird
of
part
it.
of this movie now? Like after them not meeting him when they knock him over
Now
on
they
the
don't
street,
meet him again.
and now it feels like he's like this majestic creature lost in like this town, like it was Super 8 or something, you know?
Yeah.
Like there's some creature roaming around the hillside behind all the suburban land and everything.
Circus dog.
You know, like it's Air Bud, right?
Yeah,
this is
because-
a dog that
'cause he-
is based
he-
off an Air Jordan
He
joke.
covets
Like-
the goddamn scrap of hobo cloth, and he sleeps with it. He
Yeah.
puts it under his pillow.
Because
Creepy and
it
weird.
belongs to the thing that they almost hit with his car.
Dude, this movie's like Mad Max, the first Mad Max, where you're just like, when is his family gonna die so I can see this guy go nuts?
Yeah.
You're just like, just meet the fucking dog already.
Yeah, because he doesn't here.
No.
He goes home.
He goes home and his
plops-
mom's like, "What's wrong?" And he's like, "I gotta
It's like nothing. School sucks.
Yeah,
Fuck you.
fucking trombone is garbage.
Dad's
I'm gonna
dead.
go upstairs and rub
gonna
this piece of cloth on my
Wipe my
crotch."
tears on this hobo cloth that I found.
I mean, he really hates his mom. Like this scene, he fucking hates her. He hates
Oh, yeah.
everything.
It's nonsense.
Yeah. And then what?
That's
Then
when,
basketball tryouts, right?
Yeah, he goes to the basketball tryouts. He doesn't fucking do anything.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
yeah,
He
oh.
sits there and stares the entire
for the whole time. They're
And
like,
nobody calls him on it.
No,
like
no
nobody
one
calls
says
him down.
anything.
not like not even one kid was compassionate enough to like walk over and be like, "Hey man, you came to show up," or the coach himself.
But dude, after it's all over,
I'm
he's
talking about, but he doesn't just like sit through it and like when everybody leaves, he just leaves with them and he's gone. It's like they're like mopping the floor and everybody's
Yeah.
gone and still sitting on the stands.
like he's a
like this
child. You can't just
lunatic.
you can't just leave children like
Yeah,
that.
like nobody pays him any mind whatsoever.
But he gets up.
This is my theory, where it's just like if something's just off, they're just like,
Just let it happen.
I'm out. I can't. I'm not gonna. I gotta get home. I got a family. I can't be fucking losing my mind.
I'm gonna be cleaning up cake all day if I fuck up right now.
It's like they burned a bunch of witches or something 100 years ago, and like there's
They
a
killed
curse.
Freddy Krueger. And then,
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's weird.
yeah.
That also could go to my theory.
Yeah. Oh Jesus. All right. So he gets up finally, encounters the coach as the coach is leaving, and he's like, you know what?
No, the coach stops him.
Oh right. The coach
Then,
says-
dude, it had been hours.
well,
He
we learned.
then is like, well, he's still here. I better throw him a
We
bone.
learned
He's been there
later-
for
Yeah.
3.5 hours just sitting there like a fucking coma patient.
We do learn later this coach ain't too hot of a
Oh, yeah,
coach.
he's
I mean,
not
he's
a
not a
good
good
guy.
person.
Well, good Lord, thank God all he did was let him be the manager.
Yeah, what Matt just said is not like.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
He's like, hey, kid, you've been here all day. You want to be the manager? You get to show up early and leave late. And he's like, what? And he's like, good. Practice
See
is
you
on
at 8
Friday.
o'clock.
you're the new manager of the
He's
basketball
like, what does it
team.
even mean? He's like, just don't worry about it. Just be here on Friday.
Presumably
fine.
a kid he's never spoken to.
No, he didn't
ever.
talk. Didn't even
No.
ask her his name.
Just-
Didn't
Just-
ask his name.
Just knows that this kid has nowhere to go at 6 p.m.
that
That's the only
benefits John's
thing.
theory because he was just like, this is just a meat sack.
Yes. Yes.
I just got to get him close to me. And
Yeah.
just get him working near me.
Say, say,
S-
say.
say, come.
Anyway, so now Fram. What is his first name? His last name is Fram. The kid's
Andy.
Fram. Andy Fram. What a weird name.
Andy Fram.
His name was
Andy
Andy
Dufram.
Andy Fram. Yeah, Andy Fram.
Andy Frams.
Oh yeah, and it should be
Fram.
noted that we do see background shots of the janitor sweeping up.
But he's so shrouded in darkness.
Right.
That we first joked that it was the guy who played the janitor in or the
Hudsucker
clock
Proxy.
The
cleaner
clock
in
cleaner and Hudsucker Proxy.
And then it turns out to
It
be
is
him.
that-
It's just insane.
Bill Cobb, it's that guy.
You got a little typecast in this one.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So he's now the manager. He goes home, but he stops by the church first, right?
Yeah. That's when the pudding. That's when
the pudding cup.
Unnatural amount of pudding.
Yeah.
Well, no. This is the first pudding cup.
This is the single.
There was two pudding cup
Okay,
scenes.
there were two pudding cups.
The opening pudding cup scenes.
So this is when he comes into the fence. He cleans up. He's cleaned up at this point.
No,
or does he
no.
clean up before the
That's
multiple
the next
cups?
pudding cup
Okay.
scene.
Yeah.
So he
He has to lure the dog.
This is
out.
him just.
there.
He's just playing basketball. this
until
time.
he hears the rustling, and he puts the cup out, and he's like, he lets
A
it come
vanilla
out.
pudding cup,
It's a
which
vanilla
supports
pudding
John's theory.
I am air quoting pudding right now.
Jesus Christ.
I'm
Just
air
explain
It
the
quoting.
said
theory.
snack
Here it
pack.
is.
It was not cum.
Look, it's cum. There's a cum. There's a cum-based economy to this world.
You're insane.
You guys don't understand it. There's so much cum in this movie.
We haven't gotten to your big scene yet. We'll get
Okay,
to that.
all
We're
right.
gonna. There is a big cum
Why is
scene.
it my scene? It's not my scene.
In Air Bud, there is a big cum
There's a
scene.
big cum scene.
I
there
wouldn't
is.
say it's my scene. I would just say it is a supporting
It's-
theory scene that I noticed, that you all noticed, and you know that
It's
just
your back and to the left.
That's right. That's my back into the left.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, he puts the cup out when the dog comes out. It looks like it's been fighting zombies or something.
Dude.
It looks like the Revenant.
He has
That dog's got
shreds of a clown
shredded
costume left,
clown costume.
covered in mud. It's filthy.
As I said,
Yeah.
the story
looks-
of what Air Bud did in those couple of days when he wasn't with the boy is the movie that we should have watched.
Yeah.
That's how
That's
he learned how to
insane
like
shit.
think.
That
and
dog-
basically, he should. I wish he learned how to talk. He must have. He like fell into a chaos dimension or something, and like came
dog-
back out like slightly smarter and just all fucked up. And was like, I just got to do something normal now.
Yeah, like play baseball.
I gotta find
I
a
gotta play
kid.
basketball. It's, yeah.
Whatever that dog went through, it made Watership Down look like
Yeah.
a fucking. That dog looks wrecked.
Like at one point he was like an emperor of
Yeah.
of other dogs in an underground like cell or some shit. It's whatever. It doesn't
Yeah, it looks
matter.
bad.
That's a 1,000-yard stare. That dog.
He
But the
starts
dog
eating
doesn't
the
let him touch
pudding.
him.
He starts eating the pudding.
Pudding.
But he runs away before the kid. He won't let him.
The
touch
kid
him.
tries to like interact and he runs away. So he doesn't really get any interaction with Air Bud. Again,
Still.
Yeah.
I can't believe in a Disney comedy. This is not a
not a
comedy.
comedy.
Yeah, don't say that.
It's not a comedy.
But we're talking
A
like
Disney
almost 15
family
minutes
movie.
before we meet the two people that are supposed to be
Dude, I'd
starring
say
in
it's
this
closer
movie.
to 20
Jesus, yeah.
before they really get together and become like boy and dog. It
takes a while.
it takes a
Slow
while.
fucking burn.
It's a
in this
burn,
movie,
man.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a slow burn. So
Because does something happen before the next attempt?
something he goes back to school, doesn't he? Because
I think that's when the coach is like, "We got to do the."
yeah, they start running drills for some reason, right? It shows like
It's
the,
either the secret tryout thing, or he meets, or
it's not
he
it's not.
he looks into the janitor.
It's not those. Those are farther down the movie.
Really?
You're cutting
Yeah,
out
yeah,
like
you're cutting out.
like half an hour of the movie.
Oh my God.
It's
Yeah.
such a slow burn with this dog.
Yeah, that's why I said like
Okay.
the beginning is so slow. It feels like majestic. It doesn't feel like a sports comedy from Walt Disney.
I think he starts cleaning up the basketball court and playing, and then the dog shows up again.
And that's when it's the pudding cup.
Then it's a pudding cup
Mania.
massacre.
Yeah.
There's like
He sets down a trail of pudding cups.
It's 8 or 10.
he cleans
pudding
up the
cups.
court.
And I remember saying, like, this dog should not eat that much pudding. It's like
Yeah.
high fructose corn syrup. It's
It's pure. Yeah,
It's
and
an
the dog
athletic
should've
dog.
And we
vomited
counted how
all
You
many
should
over
know,
puddings.
too, that Buddy died of cancer
Those are
this year.
those
In
are
1997. That dog ate all that pudding for this movie.
Yeah.
Which can't be good for his health.
it's got to be more than one take too. He ate like at least 5 cases of pudding
That dog
Oh
was
my
in
God.
that one
pissing
shot.
diarrhea
God.
off
must-
screen,
It must
man.
be sounding just like sand hitting the ground. That dog's
Jesus.
piss. It's
Okay.
like,
So he eats all this
Disgusting.
pudding, and the kid and him finally interact.
And
Finally.
he's like, "Do you want to play basketball with me?" Oh, before that, when he's cleaning up, he tears down one of the walls. He like kicks down one of the walls of the
Yes.
basketball court, and it is this like fucking beautiful shot of mountains and clouds and a lake.
It looks
and
like the front of
sunlight,
Hogwarts. It looks like
and
the front of
then-
Hogwarts.
yeah.
And it shows the reversed angle, and there's the Christ. The steeple of the church is right in the shot.
Okay.
of the
Okay.
kid.
See, that
See,
supports
the kid
math
That's why I'm
needs a
theory.
saying that the
savior.
church was magical. There was something magical there. It made the dog
It's
smarter.
about salvation.
I'm telling you, I don't
it's
know.
about salvation.
It was
The movie's about
something.
salvation.
I love that we're talking about Air Bud with that, like
Yeah.
Christ imagery and
There
stuff.
was though.
There
Bob,
was.
you can't argue with that shot.
That
Yeah.
shot was in the movie for no reason.
And yeah, except
Yeah.
to be like, God is good. God is going to facilitate this child's rebirth
He's gonna open him up again.
with a fucking dog that can barely do stuff. This fucking movie.
That hits balls with its face like a seal. That's all it does.
Seal dog. That would have been a better movie.
Seal
Dog.
dog. So him and Bud interact, and then we finally see Bud do something, which is he, unlike the poster for this movie, which has Bud literally dunking a basketball with his paws.
He just bites at it and it bounces. The first couple times he just bites at it and he bounces it and he's like, oh, this is fun. We're like playing catch or whatever. And then he's like, all right. And he's like holding it. And that's when the dog bites it and it goes in the net. And he's like, oh my God. And you're like, but what? How big of a leap is that? You just watched
Like he didn't make it. You know what? He
shoot the ball at you.
Yeah,
What-
well,
why wouldn't it be able to shoot it at that?
And also, why wouldn't you do it more than once? Like it could be a fluke. He can hit a ball.
Oh no, yeah.
You know, like a
fuck.
ball
Yeah.
can accidentally go into the hoop. So
That
one
supports
time he was
my
like,
chaos theory. Whoa, that worked the first time. I'm not. We're gonna walk away from this. We lived. I'm gonna. If it happens again, awesome. I'm gonna show it to somebody else.
"I will not tempt fate."
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Anyway, that's when he sneaks Bud back to the house.
And then they have the weird splish
Oh,
splash scene.
He carries him up the stairs.
You
The
thought the boy was naked. Bob thought the boy was just wearing like a
Naked
slicker,
underneath
Okay,
the
yeah,
red
he
slicker.
gives,
like a slicker.
He gives Bud a bath, but yeah, I thought he was wearing nothing under this like slicker
Which supports my
because his
theory.
legs. It was so high on his legs.
No, yeah, he was wearing
I
shorts.
just seemed weird, man.
It
And
did.
and how does he get the dog to go to the bathtub? He throws the ball in it, and then he jumps on the dog, and then they roll around. It's like
Well,
splish it and a splash it.
It looks like he's trying to drown the dog. And
Yeah.
they're playing like, woo, yeah.
It's clear the dog does not like
No.
what's going on.
Up
At
until
all.
this point, too, like I said, the movie has a tone about it, and then this
You were
scene,
like, this movie's really dark.
and then this scene, it was like the splish and splash, and it was like, is this supposed to be funny now?
Yeah, we're
I
having
thought
a
this
good
was about
time.
a dead kid who found a dog, but now it's like the dog's so crazy.
Dog is not crazy.
Yeah,
That's
that's
very smart. I'll give him the dog is a
The dog
fucking
actor is
Actually,
amazing.
Yeah, the dog is the best actor in the movie.
So
I
he,
mean, am I wrong? He's
No, he's
amazing.
great.
He's a really good dog.
so he hair
Comet from Full House.
Yeah, he's fucking amazing.
so he hair dries the dog. The
All-star.
hair dryer doesn't work fast enough.
This is
so
so
he
good.
brings up a leaf blower, a gas-powered leaf blower, and blows it in a dog's face.
scares the shit
You know
out
what?
of
Scares
Bud.
the
You
shit
know
out of
what?
the dog.
You said he was on America's Funniest Home Videos.
Yeah.
Maybe that was the video. Was somebody just blowing a leaf blower in their dog's face? You know what I mean? Like that.
Like
The
it's
way they filmed that,
Boy,
it was
I hope
supposed to
this
be
dog
like
can
hilarious.
hit balls with its face.
you saying it's a reference to something?
Yeah, to America's Funniest Home Videos.
Dude, I have no
I
idea.
don't-
Kidding?
I don't know,
That's not a
hey.
reference.
Matt, that is a weird thing.
That's
Okay,
a weird
anyway.
escalation.
He's
of
gonna
the
sit
air.
over here and talk about cum for the next 40 minutes,
Look,
and I'm
look,
like,
it's a perfectly
it's
good
like America's
theory.
Funniest. Like, get the fuck out of here.
None of those snack packs were sealed. They were open.
You
and
watch them
filled
open at least
with
two of them, John.
something.
Hold on, we're about to get
Okay.
to the bukkake
Listen,
scene.
just folding it over
John, the
doesn't
bukkake
mean that
scene
it's
is right
sealed.
here.
Okay.
The mom gets home and she's bringing groceries into the kitchen, and the son runs in, all excited for the first time in
He's
God
got
knows
the
how long.
dog dry upstairs. He's
Dog's
like, just
drying
sit here.
upstairs, and he's like, "Can I help you with the groceries, Mom? Can I?"
He
And
hasn't spoken in days.
yeah, she is so nonplussed by this.
She's like, what's
What's
going on?
wrong with you?
Yeah.
What's happening? You know, it's just like,
He's like, I just wanna
aren't you
help.
excited? Your son just woke up from his walking coma. It's like,
My son is here again.
right.
What did you do?
So upstairs, Bud finds the basketball, and like, I don't know why this was cut. Like, there was tension to it.
it
but
was
he nudges
teetering
it-
on the top step.
Right. While they're downstairs talking, it's teetering on the step, and then all of a sudden, he just explodes toward it and knocks it down the steps, which goes into the next
Into a
room
They-
filled with ladders and paint.
cans.
Now this
and
goes against my
wallpaper.
theory because whoever set up this room, whoever's painting this room was just like, I want chaos to rule my life because it was insane.
They
Dude,
set up like a Rube Goldberg
Yeah,
machine.
It was a Rube Goldberg
everything
machine.
was teetering on the edge of just about to fall over, and all it needed was this ball to bounce through one time, and the whole goddamn
You hear
room
that?
falls
Okay,
apart.
go. Airbud did it first.
But it is, it's
chases the
insane.
ball.
It's nuts. Yeah, shit just starts exploding and like falling over.
There's
It
parts
paints-
where it looks like there's just books leaned up against boards, and they all just start falling over. I was like, who put this room together? Who put this room together? It's insane.
The mother is racked with grief. Okay.
She didn't realize she was setting up a time bomb.
Yeah.
So they run in to see what's going on. They're like, what the fuck? That's when the Rube Goldberg machine ends with John's favorite part of the movie,
A big
apparently.
bucket of a wallpaper glue.
Wallpaper post, which I say again with quotation
Wallpaper
fingers.
glue.
Okay, it dumps all over the
Rare
dog,
butt.
but the splash is so great it goes all over mom's face.
No, the dog.
and the child's
The dog
face.
No,
shakes
Airbud
it
shakes
off.
it
Oh,
off.
shakes it off, and then it goes all over mom's face and child's face.
You know what sucks? is,
Somebody
like,
whacked off
John
to
was
that.
talking about cum, and we were both like, "Dude, it's not cum. It's just like fucking. It's Jello pudding
Yeah,
snacks."
because he makes.
and then all of a
then-
sudden, this fucking scene happens.
Yeah.
And now he won't shut up about it.
look,
come
he had pudding on his feet. There was cum footprints. There's so much cum in this movie. It's insane.
You are.
There's so
You're
much
doing
shit.
this.
It's such a weird thing to be in such a
Is
Christian
your shirt made out of
movie.
cum because it's white?
No, it's not. It's a white shirt. It's in real life. It's not in Cumtown, USA, whatever this
God
is.
Where
damn it.
everything can come.
No, everything is based on cum.
If you cut, look, I'll give it to him.
Telling you.
If you cut out the shot of the bucket that said wallpaper glue, and it just saw this shit pouring all over Bud, and then him shaking it into her face, yeah, it would look like cum. It looks like cum.
It looks like
Wait,
cum.
this looks like cum.
I understand, but it's Disney movie about a
It's
dog
not
that
cum.
plays
I don't
sports.
think it's cum. I'm
First
just,
off, okay.
we say cum so many times.
Listen,
stop.
Powder was directed.
Stop.
Powder was directed by a
What are you
convicted
doing?
child molester.
What does that matter?
I'm just saying, Disney has a loosey-goosey fucking policy towards this shit getting into their
Jesus
children's movies.
Christ, dude.
Have we seen the shirtless boys yet?
No.
No, that comes in the towel scene later.
Comes
Which there's
in
a
the
lot
towel
of
scene.
towels. There's more towels than boys, if you notice.
And towels are like cloth napkins.
Yeah.
Okay.
See?
Duh!
Support! You guys, I'm building
And
my
there's
case. You're not
23
breaking
of
it
them.
down.
Okay. This is all every conspiracy.
Stop.
If you look
Airbud
at the
truth.
sky and every shot is chemtrails.
I'm an Airbud truther. I just want you to know that. That the Airbud
Oh,
universe is where
all
I
right.
come.
It's like that guy at the website that was explaining how the Russian ambassador being murdered. He solved it with math. Did you see that?
Yeah.
It's like the most insane thing. He's like, clearly this is 46, and you're like, what's happening? What am I looking at?
all right.
Okay. All right. So
Back to Airbud. The
Okay.
mom is
she's
covered-
like, you gotta get rid of this
Yeah.
dog.
No, we're done. Dog's
He
done.
sleeps out. So you got to get rid of him. You find a new place for him.
No,
It's-
not
He's like,
only
we
that.
can't just-
You have to write out like lost and found. So we lost this dog.
Right. So it cuts the
Find
shot
his owner.
of the kids stapling missing posters for Bud onto trees, and every time he staples one on a tree, Bud jumps up, rips it down, and then on the ground tears it up. This is not a dog.
Dog can
Simply,
read.
Dog could
The
read.
no,
dog
that's what I'm
can
saying.
read.
The dog is not just doing that; he knows what it is and destroys it on the ground. This dog is otherworldly.
Yeah, this dog.
I mean, when he
knows
puts
stuff.
one in a building against glass that he can't get to, he barks.
He's
Like,
like,
what the fuck you doing? Stop! I can't get that one.
So the kid comes out with an
Yeah.
ice cream
So
cone.
he eats his fucking ice cream. That's why I think the dog's really mad most of this time.
It's like, dude, we can be friends, but you're a fucking
You are a
dick.
dickbag.
Luckily, the ice cream place is across the street from a cardboard box warehouse. Paper again, mind you.
Which has nothing to do with anything.
Homeless
does.
people masturbate in boxes, Mom. Don't you understand? That's
Oh,
what
I forgot. Sorry.
Okay, they
Okay.
take home a refrigerator box so the dog can live outside.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, because the dog's allowed to sleep outside of the house, according to mom.
But she sees the box and she's like, "What are you doing with the box? You're making a home. This isn't his home. We were
Right.
all remember because we were all like,
it's a
"What is
stray
the
dog.
problem?" Like,
That's what I said. This
the
kid
dog's
is
nice,
and the kid's like awake.
yeah,
and
it helped your son. And she's like, "No."
Like the one thing
This
Bud
is
has
a lot
done.
cheaper than new dad. You know what I
More
mean?
therapy.
Yeah,
it's like-
therapy.
yeah.
I know.
Fucking a
free
Frigidaire
fucking
box
dog.
and a free dog.
Who's not that bad if you just don't have like balls in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Giant
pa-
buckets of gum hanging high on like ledges.
wallpaper.
Yeah,
Dave.
precariously balanced on a thin board between two 10-foot ladders. Why would you put cum there?
Granted, I haven't figured that out, but I will figure it out once I get the diagrams together.
I gotta rework the scene. I'm
I
gonna
gotta
build a
rework the
diorama.
scene. I
Everything's gonna be
God damn it! All right, that's when I think we get to back to school, right?
yeah, he finds out about the
good. This is the first shirtless
the
boy
working
thing.
man. Yeah, the
Jesus
shirtless
God.
boy.
It happens a couple times.
There's
So
a scene.
I'm just
Okay,
saying we
they
have
say,
to address
"Come
it.
on, let's hit the showers" for no reason whatsoever.
Well,
Let's
there's a
take
montage-
off their shirts.
Hold on. Before that, there's like a montage of them playing, right? And like the kid
Oh, the kid is sweaty from pumping
bumping
air
balls,
into
right? That's
balls.
what it was.
He's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
All the kids are
drenched.
drenched.
They're
Yeah.
so sweaty.
Which
it's
goes for
unnatural.
John's
middle
theory.
practice, and the kid's just stroking
Joking
this
it.
fucking
Yeah,
Yes.
there's masturbation
air pump.
imagery while he is sopping wet. It's-
sopping wet. All the kids are super
like
sweaty.
Matt said, you see what you want to see.
Yeah.
It's a Rorschach
That
test.
was-
and you think
are
about
failing it,
semen
sir.
and children for
Boys.
some reason.
I'm just saying. there's a
Congratulations
lot.
on getting engaged, by the way,
Yeah, I'm glad
to
that-
a
I'm sure-
woman of
Listen,
age.
Listen, I'm horrified at this world. I'm horrified, and I see the horrors. This kid was jerking off a basketball. And there's
Jesus Christ.
buckets of cum everywhere in this
Everywhere,
children's movie.
Everyone!
There were little cups of cum. I'm just saying, it's
Jesus.
insane. It's insane, this movie.
God damn
I
it.
can't believe I didn't watch something wholesome. Like Exterminator 2.
Dude, yeah, according
This
to
is a-
Matt, you watched a movie about Christ.
Yeah, intervening through fucking using a dog as his vessel. The dog was only smart when it came to saving the boy and making his life better. Everything else, it didn't matter. Don't you see?
Damn it.
Even forgave
Where
him
are
for
we?
forsaking him.
He's pumping the basketball, sopping
Yeah.
wet.
Soaking wet. That's when the coach
Yeah.
talks to the fucking janitor for some reason
Yeah.
and goes, "We got to fill 2 slots on this team. Well, do you know what lockers all the boys have? I want to have a secret."
Yeah, he has secret missives that he gives to the boys in their lockers. Hello.
So this is the part I didn't understand. He had to have.
This is the part.
Dude, boys have locker rooms. It's not like
Who put the yellow note in Andy's locker?
the Bill
Was it
Cobb.
the-
Bill Cobb did.
Okay.
He did because he believed in him for some reason.
Did he already bring him the card? That's why I think he's.
No,
had
it's
to have already
after
brought
this.
It's
the-
after this. The janitor stared at some lonely kid and was like, he could play basketball, I think.
I seen you pumping them balls, boy.
Right.
See?
From the darkness.
God, just when I think we can disprove John, it keeps coming
He
back.
keeps
I
coming
know.
back. See?
Damn it.
I'm sorry, but
It's
this
just one bucket of
It's-
paste, man. It's not.
it's
It's ruling your whole life.
Listen,
now.
listen.
You know
Just because
what?
you see the center of the wheel, if you see a lot of spokes, man, it's still a wheel.
You've ruined this whole thing now because
I
all
love
the rest
this
of
movie. Now I don't care anymore.
all the rest of the Bud movies are gonna have no cum in them. And now
Listen,
we'll see.
I'll put.
You never know.
It could become all
I
over.
mean, we know
the thing.
Snow Buddies has a lot of.
I mean,
puppy
maybe we'll
deaths,
watch
so.
this movie with a mentally stable person. Then nobody will see any cum. I don't know. I have no idea.
Okay, fine.
All right, so he puts the notice in the locker. We have to keep moving.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the notice is come to a secret tryout, which also, yes, seems creepy.
Yeah.
There's a secret. Even though the secret tryout has pretty much
The
everyone
same
in
number of kids.
yeah.
Yeah.
But there's something with he goes home, right?
Yeah.
He goes home.
He's sad because he's like, I'm not good enough to do this shit.
I can't do this.
And that's
then
when he plays with the dog.
he plays with the
again.
dog, and the dog does the basketball trick.
I think that's when
the
it
basketball
first
trick
scores.
happens.
is
You're
it
right.
the doesn't he
It didn't
talk
happen
doesn't he talk
earlier.
to Bill Cobb first and then or
No,
is
no,
that-
that he
Okay, so-
finds out. He goes home and he finds the baseball card, the basketball card, and he goes, "Oh, this guy is that guy." And then
Right,
goes,
right, because he figures out that
Yeah,
Bill
yeah.
Cobb's character is
because he's washing the
a
towels.
former pro basketball
He's washing
player.
the
The New York
towels, and he
Knicks.
opens the locker, and there's a Knicks jersey in there, like a really old Knicks jersey.
Yeah.
And then he goes home and he looks for the basketball card, and he goes, "Holy shit, it's the same guy."
Turns out the janitor is a famous pro basketball player.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Who's disgraced for some reason. I wonder why.
Oh my god,
Just saying.
dude,
He's a professional basketball player. Why
Are
is
you
he
a
doing
pizza
handyman?
gator? Are you a pizza gator, John?
What's a pizza gator? That cheese was really stringy.
Wow. The cheese was very stringy.
Yes, it was.
all right, all right, all right. This movie is tearing us apart.
There's-
All right.
Okay, so that's
I think we've skipped over a scene where the dog gets into the upstairs of the house without the other people. Because once she's like, the dog's not allowed in the house, there's
Yeah,
that
he's-
scene where you creepily see the dog's head like poke out from the second story of the building in
It's
the
like a
background.
horror
You're
movie.
like, whoa.
Yeah, like, how'd he
how
get
the
up there?
fuck did that happen?
then we learn that he has been
He's jumping
climbing
up the car, then
he jumped on the car, then up the rose
Thing, yeah.
rose
Yeah, the
rack,
lattice work. Yeah.
the lattice thing,
Yeah.
and then across the
garage onto the house.
onto the roof into the window.
Yeah.
Right, because the kid doesn't know he does
dude,
that.
the dog does so many cool stunts. The dog is great.
The
Yeah,
dog,
the dog
is
is
so
great.
well
Yeah,
trained.
I don't want to
one of the best
the
actors
movie's
in the
insane
town.
and possibly full of cum, but the dog is amazing.
I'm
I
just
just don't
saying,
want anybody to.
if you're going to do a movie that's
twisted.
constantly just bringing up the imagery of cum,
Constantly.
like 3 times.
then you're going to put a dog in it because no one will notice. No one will
Jesus.
notice. See what I'm
all
saying?
right. Movie time. We're talking about a movie.
All
We're
right.
not talking about
Regular
cum.
movie.
no come until it matters.
So where are we? So he goes to this.
That's when Bud sleeps under the bed when the
After
kid does.
stealing his pizza, which has the
The
elasticity.
super,
yeah.
the super stringy cheese. He knows the dog can make the trick now, right? That's what happens. It's
Yeah,
like
he-
nighttime. That happens. Then when they go to the tryouts, we all thought the dog was going to show up because the movie's called fucking Air Bud.
Bud.
It's about a dog on a basketball team,
Yeah.
and they need 2 people. And then you're like, it's a private tryout. And they didn't show anybody else get a note, so I was like, I guess it's just him. And that's when I,
I
was
thought it
like,
would be
that's
like
super
2,
weird.
3 kids.
Yeah, but then he just tries out, and he's awesome.
No, he says it was terrible because
Oh, that's right. The
because
coach
he says
is
to the
like,
coach like, "What are you doing here?" And he's like, "I came here to try it." He's like, "Coach, he can't try out. He's the fucking water boy."
he's like, yeah, you weren't supposed to get one of those.
Yeah, right. And he's
That's
like,
why I
"Well,
was
can
like,
I
who
try
put
out
it in
anyway?"
there?
Like, you're a fucking coach at a middle school. Don't you tell a kid he can't try out? What are you
Yeah, it's not
sick
like
bastard?
it's not like he rolled up in a wheelchair or some shit.
Right? Yeah, and he tries out.
But doesn't he say, if you slow this down, I'm going to pull you out immediately?
Yeah.
And then he's awesome.
He didn't
Yeah,
say, "I'll
he's
pull out of
amazing.
you immediately, John."
Yeah.
Anyway,
Again, supporting my theory.
no,
No, he didn't say that.
He
which
didn't.
doesn't.
He didn't say that.
You're
and that's
sick.
very telling.
You're
Oh
sick.
my God, shut up.
Just saying.
you're sick.
You're perverse.
You're
man.
sick. You're sick that you allow this in your fucking
Allow-
children movies.
I'm going
Guys,
to
There are
it's 7.
14 of these. If you guys don't catch on to the weird
John,
propaganda,
we're doing this so we can understand why there are 14.
The kid is
That's
good at
why.
basketball. He's really good at
Yes.
basketball. He doesn't need a dog. No one needs to know this dog can play basketball. The child is good enough. Talking about the movie.
it's about confidence.
At this point in the movie, the child, like Matt just said,
John
is
does
great at
He's
basketball.
proven himself to be a basketball player.
The dog being a mere act of being a dog has woken him up out of his sadness.
Yeah, and
Everything
unlocked
is
his greatness.
essentially better.
Listen, I know you
The
guys.
dog is
all-
just a vessel of God's light.
The
John.
cum-
he's
what
a
I'm saying, the
vessel.
con-
He's a vessel of just a cum guzzling dog.
Jesus
you're
God.
insane.
That's nothing.
Oh my God.
At this point in the movie, all the conflicts that have been presented to us have essentially been fixed.
Yes, just by the dog's mere presence.
Everything's fine now.
Him playing basketball does not matter.
And
It
does
doesn't.
Chris-
Nothing matters in this movie. It's insane. I
And
just.
then Christmas
don't
happens.
know.
I think.
Is that, are we there
Oh,
yet?
I
I don't
think
think
we're
we're
there.
at that yet. By the way, Airbud's a Christmas movie.
No, it isn't.
Matt, it all takes place at
Near
Christmas.
and around
it goes
Christmas.
past Christmas.
This all takes place within 2 months.
Christmas happens like halfway through the movie.
This takes place within 2
They
months.
fucking steamrolled over Christmas.
Yeah, but that scene, that fucking Christmas scene.
It's awesome.
Have we gotten to the first game yet?
that he's played on?
No, because
No.
Christmas happens and then he starts playing.
Yeah,
Because the home
everything's
life,
good.
because after he tries out and they're like, okay, fine, he's on the team. Then we see the mom. When the mom accept, wait, how does the mom accept the dog? There was a really weird.
No, it was Christmas Day.
There is nothing. She
There's
just
no
does
scene
it,
where
dude.
she's with the dog at all.
No, it's Christmas. It has to be because
Christmas Day. He
Christmas
wakes
just
up.
happens.
She gives Air Bud to Andy as a Christmas gift.
She
Like,
put
And we were all like,
ribbons
why
on
did
his
she
head.
like the dog now?
wait, no, we were all like, wait, it's Christmas? Like,
Yeah, but
that's
she
what
gives
we-
this really creepy Christmas
Yes.
Eve speech.
About what if there was no Santa?
It's ADR again,
Right.
Yes.
and it's all these slow shots showing them at Christmas, like the kid playing with Bud on the bed, and her like cooking and reading a book, and like
fireplace.
what?
And there's just
Yeah.
Where
if Santa
are
Claus
we?
wasn't here, there'd be no joy. Santa Claus is here
And how he will last for 10,000 years.
to bring joy.
It's so out of place.
And then it goes, Christmas morning. Oh, here's your dog. Ah! Dog! Just cuts to school. Nobody's giving a fuck about Christmas anymore. Like,
Dude, it's nuts. I can't believe
They have a
it.
scene where they end the movie and then they keep going on with the movie.
You could have ended.
dude, that supports my theory where this world has crazy mythological, like, sorcery in it, where that was the story of Santa Claus, who without him, there would be no joy
As
in
we
the
know.
world. That mother hated that dog, and then for no apparent reason on Christmas, because of the joy of Santa and his magic, as he whirls around the earth in one night, she was like, I'm giving a dog to my boy, he loves it, for no reason.
John, let's not forget that while we haven't watched them yet, Santa does exist in this universe.
Yes.
And he lives for 10,000 years.
10,000
We're gonna find out because there's 3 Santa-themed movies in this franchise.
Yeah, we're gonna meet Santa eventually.
Apparently this motherfucker loves
Don't you
Santa.
see
And
they
he better be a fucking warrior of joy. Like, he in fucking battles to defend
They
joy.
planted seeds.
Which support my theory. Which support
They
my theory.
knew.
I can't wait, man. This is gonna be good. We're gonna
telling
lose our
you.
fucking minds.
Oh man, the movie could have totally ended there. Oh
Yeah.
my
Right?
god, it could've.
Everything's resolved. He's got a dog. He loves
Everything.
his family. He's got a basketball.
All you have to do is cut to a shot of Michael Jeter drinking himself to death.
Yeah.
Just to know that he's dead would be the only line that needed to be closed.
It was like a country western music video, a holiday music video at that
Yeah,
point.
it was.
It would have been
Like
done.
CMT does
Yeah,
Air
yeah.
Bud.
He just
Also,
drinking a beer and he crashes his car.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I'd like to point out how unnaturally popular middle school basketball is in this movie.
We haven't got
Yeah.
there yet.
It's Friday Night Lights, apparently,
Yeah.
for this fucking
Yeah,
town.
yeah.
It's really weird. It's on TV.
There's nobody watching.
We haven't
anything.
gotten there yet. We haven't gotten there
Okay.
yet.
They did lose the Seattle Supersonics. So
Okay. So where are we in the movie? We are. He is now on the
He's
team.
on the team. He's
on
got
the
the
team.
dog. He's
As a
gonna
pet,
play the game.
He brings the
just
dog
pet.
as a pet to the game, but the Bear Bud is not. No one
he
knows.
kind of gets mascotted right away, almost.
Well, we haven't got to what happens.
Yeah. So the game's going on. He puts.
We also should note that there's so many storylines. The asshole kid that plays the best basketball player on the team is an asshole. His dad's in the stands as an asshole, rooting for his son. That's going to go places.
Because he's a
It's the
star.
best part. It's the best character arc in the film.
He's a ball hog.
Right, and he
He's a
hates
ball hog.
Andy. He thinks he's a water boy.
Yeah, he's just like, you shouldn't even be on a team.
Right.
I'm gonna chew more gum.
And his dad's like a guy he looks like he's an alcoholic in the parking lot.
Oh my god, he's so Irish drunk.
He's such an Irish drunk.
He
Yeah.
looks like he's melting. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
his mouth, the way his mouth opens, his body looks like it's slowly
His eyes look
oozing.
like they've been moved down on his forehead a little. It doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't look right.
Like his head is being hell-mouthed into his liver. Just
Someone
like-
left him on a dashboard of a car.
What
with all the
happens in this
windows
game
up,
though?
and he's just-
Is this the
Yeah.
one where Bud interferes in the game?
Yes,
Yes.
because once Andy finally gets on the field, like in the game, so this is when that one kid like misses getting a pass. And the kid's dad is like, "What the fuck?"
And that's when
then
the coach is like,
just like,
"You will
"Hmm."
not miss. This is important. You will
Yeah.
not miss a pass again."
Yeah, and then he sends it back out, and then he also replaces the fat kid, I think, with
Yeah,
Andy.
fat kid gets fouled out.
Fat kid gets fouled out. He puts Andy in. He's like, "Oh, I actually get to play." And he's like, "Yeah," and he puts him in. That's when Bud is in the hallway, like looking, and then he's like, "Oh shit, ball time!" Runs out,
And then everyone's
and then
like,
chaos.
what?
That's when more chaos happens because
don't get sucked into it.
as soon as the dog bites. Dude, actually, that's another thing. Like, people must know about this chaos stuff because the people in the crowd are like,
dude,
yes,
everything's going nuts,
yes,
and everybody's like,
we're
yeah!
far enough away from
There's
it.
a
This is
dog!
great,
We were
yeah,
not in
yes!"
it! It's just our children!
There's like referees smashing face first into each other.
Oh my
It's
god.
Tables
utter
of bullshit
chaos.
flying everywhere.
They're trying to chase
Gatorade
after
flying
this
all
dog.
over the
Every
place.
referee's knocking into tables, into stands, knocking over the goal.
One guy looks like he's having a heart attack and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
It's
Oh,
nuts.
yeah.
It's
Complete pandemonium, man.
and then you're right.
he's
The
got a
crowd
towel
is like,
over his head.
yeah,
They
they're
love
so,
it.
They're so into
They
it.
love it already, and then the dog shoots a point, pin drop, just silence, and everybody's
Yeah.
like, "Holy fuck,
Yeah,
that's amazing!"
That's the greatest thing I've ever seen.
it is.
An animal hitting something and it kind of going into the basket.
It's like they saw Christ just ascend from heaven.
But it makes everybody happy enough that like they finished the game and everything's cool. I don't know if they won or lost. This is why I said I don't think they ever won a game because every time they showed the scoreboard, they were losing by at least 6 points.
a 10.
I mean, it was a range of like 10 to
to
6.
6.
They were never winning.
They
No,
get
never.
Or tied.
They're not even close. They weren't even like within 2 or 3.
they get down. They get down to like the lobby, and the kid comes out
that
and
crazy woman comes over to try to like sell her daughter
To-
to him
right.
because he
Yeah,
has
we're-
because he has a talent.
See, that's another thing. That's another thing
it's
that
not
supports
no wait.
my
It's not a
theory.
crazy lady. It's the principal.
Is
the
it the
principal-
She
Oh,
introduced
right.
herself to his mom, and then Bud doesn't care about that. He
No, well, we gotta unpack this for
oh
John's
right.
saying.
Oh, John.
Yeah,
sorry.
She's
because
like, that
she
was
literally
amazing.
sells her daughter practically to the kid.
She's like, that trick your dog did was amazing. Maybe he can be the mascot. By the way, here's my daughter. This is Mrs. Whatever. She has a very talented son. And I'm just like,
you
is
guys should go out and eat wallpaper paste
it-
sometime.
oh my god, you should cover each other in wallpaper paste.
Yeah,
Here's some
see?
napkins.
The well-being
Fair-
of children in this movie
preferred
is
fair
out the
church
window.
fair napkins.
Nobody gives a fuck about children in this movie.
Dude,
at
they were
all.
cheering so loud at the chaos.
Yeah,
They
because it
wanted
was their
someone to
children
get-
as sacrifice. Their children
To
are being
whatever,
sacrificed.
yeah.
This is a sacrifice of the innocents, Bob. This entire movie.
Dude, actually, now anything can happen.
Anything
Because it's ruled by some sort of like demon warlord, and he's just like, "This is my world, and anything can happen here."
A clown.
Speaking of what happens right now, Bud goes up the steps.
Oh, yes.
And Bud,
Oh, my
we've
God.
never had a precedent for this.
Oh hell no!
Except
Okay.
one
You know,
moment.
this is the only scene from the movie I remembered because when it happened, I was like, I remember this shit because the lighting on it is nuts.
Dude, it's a whole different movie
Yeah,
again.
it's
The
crazy.
tone of this movie changes so hard at times.
Yeah.
So Bud goes up to the window like he's seeing something that he's seen before and noticed and knew because he has some extrasensory perception on when a child is being abused.
Yes.
cuts to the
Which supports John's theory, I guess.
Ed kind of supports Matt's theory
It does
because he
also.
is
Both.
Jesus.
Yeah, he's,
Jesus the
he's coming
dog.
to save.
Yeah.
But the kid is just under like a spotlight.
Yeah.
While the coach is just hucking balls at him, being like, "You're never gonna miss another catch." Just fucking throwing balls
By
at
the
this
way,
kid while
that
he's
scene
crying.
looks abusive just on a situational
if you think how
level.
nuts it is too.
Dude, that's what I was saying. The lighting in it is so like scary and dark, and it's just like he's standing in the darkness, just hucking basketballs with this crying child under a spotlight.
It looked
You're like,
hitting him in the
It
face
looked like
and
a
shit.
It looked like a fucking dream sequence in an Oliver Stone movie. Like he's just throwing balls at him.
And they're
The
like, "What's
hot
wrong, Bud? What's
spotlight."
wrong?" And then they all
And
look
they
in there,
see
and the
the
principal's there. She goes, "What's going on here? It's just some practice." She's like, "I don't think it is."
I think we've done enough, Jim.
And that's it. That's where that scene ends. That's
It just
important to
ends.
know. That's where that scene ends.
Because you never learn more. Well, until.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah, and then the next scene, it's like, we got a new coach.
No,
What?
there's a moment in between that because remember the kid goes to the principal and is like, "Have you made a decision?" Because he suggests.
he
Yeah,
suggests
yeah.
Bill Cobb.
Okay,
Because he's like, "Have you thought about it?" Because I think there's like a phone call.
oh,
where
it's been an hour. We got to get through
we
this.
gotta
I
wrap
think his
it up.
mom. I think
Gotta
his mom
wrap
gets
it
like a
up.
phone call of like, "Oh, still no basketball practice." I'll tell him or something like that. And then he goes and he's like, "I have a suggestion." And that's when Bill Cobb shows up to fucking clean the cobwebs off these kids.
That's right.
Stands a fucking basketball playing dog like we were sold at the beginning of this movie.
He goes, here's an invisible ball. I'm going to throw it at you.
We could-
There ain't no ball in your head. It ain't about the ball. It's about teamwork.
Don't you understand? I'm the magic black man.
That's right.
Yeah, he really is.
Heavy-handed.
It's like, man, the 90s.
The kids learn teamwork.
Except for the dick kid.
He's a
Except for
good
Dick
coach.
Kid.
He's a great coach.
He's a great coach.
He's a great coach. He makes
He's a great coach. We have skipped over the part where he gives him the card and asks him to sign it, and he tells him no. We skipped over that.
Because he
somewhere.
says that guy's dead.
Yeah, he's
That-
like, no,
that part of
guy's
me's dead. You're
no,
right.
he says that guy is dead.
dead.
Now, this guy has been their coach, and it hasn't been revealed yet, but no one knows what his name is. These children don't know what his name is.
He's the janitor.
He's still just the janitor.
Yeah.
It's the most racist, like, stereotype black character
It
I
is.
think I've ever seen in a movie. Like, nobody calls him by a name.
No.
He's just there. He helps
an
everyone. He gets no
invisible
credit.
presence.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, this is a really crazy example of that shit. It's because he literally.
Sounds like a third theory is working in there.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I mean, he's Bagger Vance, dude. It's like, was he there ever?
Maybe all the kids just made him up in their heads. He could be an invisible thing.
No,
He
he's a
doesn't
good
exist.
coach. He's a good coach.
Maybe he
that teaches-
doesn't exist.
It's important that we acknowledge that he is a good
Yeah.
coach that works because once
Because
again,
the dog doesn't have fuck all to do with it.
I thought this movie. If you had to tell me what was Air Bud before, I'd be like a shitty team can't win, and then they have Air Bud come in and
then he helps them
revive
win
them
games.
and get them to a point. But then Air Bud's like, no. Championships must be won on their own, like angels in the outfield. You know,
something.
like he's the angel that comes in and helps them get to a point.
No.
And it's not that at all.
No, man. It's just about a
Like-
crummy high element. I keep not being able to say middle school basketball team because nobody fucking cares about it. I've never had to say that before. No one gives a fuck about what anybody in middle school has ever done. It's not important. Ever.
No, you're right.
And there's TV cameras filming these fucking basketball games. There's exposition told by newscasters about middle school basketball. What the fuck town is this? They're insane.
It's Cumtown.
Where everything
Everybody's
is
just drunk
possible.
on cum.
Yeah.
So-
Everything is possible.
Parts of this movie, they're just like fucking
Baffling.
Yeah.
Fucking
It's really
baffling.
baffling because it's like, why isn't this over?
Yeah.
Everything seems solved.
Would you
The
just-
kid can play basketball. He's happy. The coach
Nobody
is good. The coach is
acknowledges-
replaced with a professional basketball player, and they replace an abusive dude. Like everything happened before. Like
Was
an
it-
hour before the movie's over.
Was the kid that couldn't catch the balls? Wasn't he the son of the coach?
No,
No, he was
Okay.
just some kid.
He was just a
Okay.
kid on the
He
team.
was just some kid on the team.
But then they're playing a game, and the asshole kid's being an asshole. So the coach goes, "You're off the field."
And his
And
dad's
he's
like,
like,
how come?
"Andy, Fram, get
What
in
the
there."
fuck?
And the dad's like, "This is bullshit." And he's like, "Look, your kid's being a hog.
He can't play a team. He can't. He's not a team
playing-
player.
He's not a team player.
He
so he's
is
not
the
playing."
team.
He's like, "But he is a
Ugh.
team." He's like, "Well, he's just a player to me." And he's like, "We're leaving, son." And he grabs his son in the middle of the game and just walks out of the whole fucking place. And you're like, "That was drastic."
Right.
It was very drastic.
And then
Yeah,
is that,
and
and
that's
that,
when
Then
the
we learned
halftime
the
show-
true term of drastic.
Well, the halftime show is the dog shooting the shot,
well, yeah.
but it doesn't do it the
But it
first
shows
time.
it shows it's this weird parallel between the kid and the dog where the dog had like stage fright.
Performance
one of them-
anxiety.
But when they're together, when they encourage each other, they don't have stage fright.
Oh, because the
Yeah.
previous game he took the last shot.
right
and
he
missed it.
and missed it. But then Air Bud basically did the same thing. But then once he encouraged him, Air Bud made the
Made the shot.
the
Everybody
shot.
lost
Cheered.
their fucking minds again.
Because it's
for some reason.
amazing.
I mean,
don't get it.
it's a good trick for a dog, but I don't know if basing a whole movie on it. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know, like he's not Air Bud.
But this is where
you
the-
don't compare him to Michael Jordan. That's all I'm saying.
This is where
Let's just say the air up there is pretty thin.
Right? Yeah.
It's pretty thin.
this is where the only conflict in the movie shows up.
Yeah.
Essentially,
At least for
because
the
it gets-
dog.
When they lose players,
This
right?
dog that shoots a single free throw at these middle school basketball game becomes so popular that the drunk guy who
Well, no,
tried to kill this
Newspapers print it. The dog revives team.
dog, that's right. Yeah, he finds out about it
Through TV.
through print and television advertising.
No, he sees it on television. He sees
Yeah,
the
he
dog
jumps- yeah.
do the trick on
He jumps
television.
and he's like,
Whole
"No
pancake
fucking way."
breakfast
That's right.
on the ground. He's so shocked by this.
I thought Michael Jeter was out of the movie.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't
would've
show
been a
up until that
natural-
moment.
Yeah.
I was like, he was just a device to get Air Bud to the kid. But no, he's a plot
back
point in the
now.
fucking movie.
He shows up and he's like, "Yeah, that's my dog. I got papers," and they takes it away, takes the dog away.
And the kid's
Dog hates him.
devastated.
Well,
Kid
he
cries.
comes
His
to
mom's
the
like,
house.
"We can pay you." He's like, "No, I want my dog."
He's like, no. He's like, well, how about this? I can come be a clown for a discount.
Yeah, he says that.
And he drags the dog away, puts it in the van, or the truck, and they drive away. The
And
kid's-
apparently he's on the phone. The kid goes to the house where the dog is at, the hobo clown.
we haven't got there yet. There's something. Isn't there something that
I don't think
happens
there's anything that happens.
that's significant that happens between that? Because after
He's sad. His mom's like, "Oh no, he's sad."
He goes upstairs and he pouts,
Yeah,
but then
he
he goes and does that.
then he decides that he's going to go get Air Bud back.
Yeah.
Yeah, he like
Which is-
disappears,
makes
and that's
it-
when his mom
The
finds
sequence of events here gets really weird because
Yeah.
he decides like I'm gonna go and get Air Bud back, and he finds out where the guy lives, which is local. I didn't get that from the
Yeah.
beginning.
Yeah, it
The
was like
beginning
maybe
scene-
3 miles away.
I thought
or
I
something.
thought he didn't live in town. That's why
He has no idea about this dog
Dude,
thing
if he didn't live
that
in
the
that town
entire
and he was
town
still hearing about
is
that-
crazy about.
Yeah, Matt, they would have to be projected on television to other states. And
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, that's
It's
impossible.
insane. Yeah, like
Yeah,
it's that
That's
popular.
not happening. That is not happening.
So the kid goes and he goes to the guy's house, and Air Bud's chained up outside. While Michael Jeter's inside, there's a windowsill
Dude,
with beer
his conversation
cans.
in this scene is awesome. He's on the phone trying to like sell this dog, basically, like get it jobs. And he's on the phone being like, "No, man, don't you have something else? I don't want to do a beer commercial. That's like morally questionable." And I'm sitting here. He's talking from the other side of a wall of empty beer cans. He obviously drinks beer.
Yeah.
So like, what is his conflict? Like, I don't understand. It's a fucking dog
Yeah.
selling beer. Is that like, was that the like director making fun of like Spuds MacKenzie being like, that's wrong? And this is a Christian
Yeah,
film
but
about
Spuds
dogs?
MacKenzie was like 1989. That's a fucking.
I don't
Yeah,
think it
that's
was
like 10
Dude,
years.
I don't think it was
10-year-old
commentary, man. I think it was just
it was just weird as fuck because he was like, no, that's morally wrong.
it was just dense character building. That's all it was.
But
It's
I
Michael
know, but he also
Jeter.
just is like a
Putting that
scumbag.
attention to detail.
It didn't make any sense. I just thought it was funny.
He's
So then he goes,
arguing
"So wait, how much were those
percentages."
beer heads?" He's like, "Yeah, I guess morality's not worth that much money."
Then Air Bud sees Andy and like starts barking, and Michael Jeter's like, "Shut the fuck up," you know? Like,
Yeah.
and then so then he knocks over the beer cans by accident, and then sees the kid unchaining Air
Unchaining
Bud.
the dog, yeah.
And then
freaks
there's
out.
this is kind of a
And
small.
Here we go.
Yeah,
The
like
chaos
it goes,
unfolds.
dude.
Someone raised their voice and summoned the demons.
Dude, they
The invisible imp showed up and just started making everything go wacky. Because
fuck.
the chain gets caught on the faucet nozzle, so that when the dog runs away, it rips the faucet open.
Starts
So
spraying
when-
water on the mud.
On the mud, so that
Which does like
the Jeter guy runs out and slips in it.
But it's
But-
like a fire hose.
Yes, it's an
amount of
insane
water.
amount of water.
Yeah, his water pressure is
And then the
insane.
dog and the kid jump over the fence, but then the faucet gets caught on the fence,
Yeah.
and the dude is like pulling the dog over the fence by its neck, and the kid is like struggling to get the collar off, and he eventually does, and then he falls way too far backwards, back into
It's
the water.
nuts.
mess.
Then he jumps in the truck and he rams the truck.
And that, God, this
Yeah,
is
and
so
then he puts it
beautiful.
in. He puts it in
So,
drive
no,
instead of reverse.
Before he even gets in the car, he rips the
The
door
door
of the car
off.
off
He
the
rips
car.
the door
Dude,
off.
I
The whole
love
door
it.
rips off. Then
the
he
stuff
gets
that happens in
in.
his car is
It's insane.
amazing.
Puts it in
It's-
drive instead of reverse, smashes through a fence. Puts it in reverse, smashes through more of the fence.
And his bumper
as soon
falls
as he
off.
pulls, oh yeah, his bumper falls
Bumper
off. And then as
falls
soon as he
off.
starts driving straight, the hood just goes straight the fuck up. And you're just like, what the hell's going on?
He goes through a fucking park sign. He fucking almost kills a picnic.
The swing
He
set.
He
almost
drives
kills a
through the
Those
picnic.
people
sign.
were
He drives through the
kissing.
everything is
Yeah.
possible sign.
His
Yes.
muffler
Yeah.
falls off. His brakes fall off.
Dude.
Apparently his axle fell off.
Just
I don't
the
know.
The car is
Everything
like
is just-
the car is releasing parts from like from a salvo. It's just dropping them out of it as he's trying to stop this
The
thing.
steering wheel comes off.
The
Right.
steering wheel pops off.
God,
Everything's gone.
it's nuts. So the kid,
Well, he's currently trying to run over a child right now.
Yeah, he
and a
sure
dog.
is.
Yeah. Let's point
He's
that
trying,
out.
still
Dog.
trying to murder them.
they run to a water or to the edge of the
Oh my
the
god!
water.
Now
They
this-
jump. They jump on
Yeah.
a ferry.
They get on a water taxi.
A child and a dog.
Just a child and a dog. And the
They
water,
get on a water taxi while a screaming man in a truck with a clown head on it goes rocketing off a pier right next to it, and that boat guy didn't say a word because it just cuts to them floating away on a boat.
Because he had the requisite amount of currency, which was a backpack full of cum.
Oh my
Child
god!
come.
Which allowed him to do anything he wanted.
Dude, what this boat guy does need, he needed to be.
This
paying
boat guy
a lot
was
of money.
dead to the world.
Yeah.
Basically, this boat guy was the accomplice
"Hey, kid
in
and
a
dog."
dog abandonment.
I'm gonna ignore that guy that just flew into the water. Where are we going?
Exactly.
Oh, me? You're asking me, the 9-year-old child, where we're headed? Oh, could you please take me to this secluded island that just has logs for a beach? And then I'm going to get off with my dog, and then you wait here, and then we'll leave in like 5 minutes, no matter what. How about that? Does that sound good?
I'm gonna run to the woods.
Here's a
That's a
violent child come.
There you go.
We're going to go over that dune. And then he tries to ditch the dog.
It's the scene from Harry and the Hendersons.
Yeah.
It's John Lithgow
Explain to
telling Harry to
me
get away.
Why that water taxi guy let that go?
Yeah, he doesn't say
has
a
to
word.
be.
Dude, he looks so sketchy.
He does.
He looks
He
like
looks
a fucking
like a
rogue
demon.
from like the 1800s.
But okay, so the kid's plan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's like, bring
he had that,
out
like,
your dad.
double-breasted
Hold on.
Yeah, bring out your dad. This
did.
Peaky
No,
Blinders
I'm with
looking
you.
motherfucker.
Let's note here too that they both.
That was the river Styx.
That was
He's
the river
leading him
Styx,
in
Bob.
hell. Don't you understand?
He sent that dog to hell.
the imagery.
All right.
He
It should be
paid the
noted
ferryman.
that the kid, the dog, and the ferryman all saw the car crash
into the water.
in the water.
Yeah. And just
So they
left.
know at this point the kid
They
knows,
don't even
up.
know if the driver's alive.
but they know that the kid knows that he is now without a car and he is he's at least for temporarily disabled out of the situation, right?
Yeah.
But
They
his
don't know
plan
if
is
he's
to do what Matt
alive.
said. The plan is take me to the other side of this river where
I'm just going to leave this dog here.
he does the whole Harry and the Hendersons thing. Get the fuck away.
I don't want you anymore.
Throws a basketball into the woods and then runs back to the ferry. And the ferryman just like, all right, let's go.
Yeah, he
You know,
cuts the dog chasing, and then when the dog gets to the top of the hill, he's floating away in the ferryman.
within
ferryman.
plain view of them.
And the dog is swimming after
Yeah,
the
the
dog.
dog
Like,
jumps in
dog.
the Dude, the dog's only like 20 feet from the boat. We were all like, dude, help the dog.
Yeah, why did the ferryman just
No, he's like a
throttle
mouse.
back?
You're an adult.
Yeah, you're
He didn't say
abandoning a dog.
word.
It's not.
Don't
It's
you
a
want
crying
your
child
dog?
watching this dog that he's
Which
left.
I don't. Did the kid think that Bud could be free from Michael Jeter over there?
That's what he said.
Yeah,
he was
but
like,
he didn't know Michael
He
Jeter
was like,
wasn't
I
dead.
understand. He's like, I don't. Just because I
His
can't
name's
have
Jeter,
you
right?
doesn't mean I don't want you to be free. Basically, he was like,
Okay.
I stole you, but I can't have you. But I want you to. I just don't.
No
want you,
one can
yeah,
have
he
you.
can't have you because you obviously don't like him.
God, this ended like a decent proposal or something.
Well, we haven't even
So
gotten to the
weird.
courtron, John.
Okay. Oh shit.
That we have.
We haven't got
Jesus.
to the last basketball game.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot to get
Fuck.
through here.
Sorry, I was looking up, making sure we're saying that
All right.
actor's name
Now
right.
it's the last basketball game. I believe this is where it happens. Last basketball game.
Yes.
Yeah.
He
But-
just,
yeah, but-
he
finals.
just, as far as he
State
knows,
finals.
killed a dog.
Killed
and
a
then
dog.
he
And a man
goes-
is dead.
And a man is
His
Drowned, he's
drowning.
dead. Yeah.
And he goes to play basketball.
Yeah.
And then
like
the coach gives
nothing's
like
happened.
the coach is
Well, wait,
giving
what's the first thing that we learned in this basketball game? We see the asshole kid show up on the opposite
Hold on,
team.
no. Before the
Yeah.
game starts, they're in the locker room, and the coach gives them
Oh,
the like,
right, he gives them the speech.
"Look, we've come a long way" speech. And it's like, does anyone know what he just went through? No. Like the speech, you know what I mean? That kind of speech, the coach should have to know. Like, you just did all this, you've overcome that. You know, you're still
But
dealing
the
with
team
this.
has really been
But he-
prospering.
Yeah, they've been doing well. Like,
They've been
I didn't
doing
understand
really
the
good.
speech. He's like, look, man, I know you've been through a lot. And it's like, no one knows what he just did. Who is this speech for? They should all feel great. They've been doing well.
Everybody-
We've earned it through practice and
And
hard
hard work,
and
yeah.
teamwork together.
Not with magic dogs.
Everybody who
It's fucking
It's
crazy,
nothing
dude.
to do with a dog.
It's
I wa-
nothing.
Like
everybody,
the interesting part of a dog just helping. This man.
everybody who just possibly murdered a dog raised their hand.
So they get out in the
Okay,
court,
yeah,
and
that's
that
when
is
you
when the
find out.
bully is on the opposite team.
And they
And he's
say,
like, "My dad moved all of us to another town so that I could
Just
be."
so I can play on that team.
This game is like a week to 2 weeks later.
He moved his
moved
entire family.
They had to live in a trailer
during Christmas.
No.
during Christmas
He
season.
was just like, we're uprooted.
They take him on the bench once. Fuck that.
They moved
No,
to
no, they-
Spokane. They
To
said.
Spokane, right?
Yeah, they moved to a major city
Insane. In 2 weeks.
in 2 weeks.
Just so their son could.
For
Then they got their
middle
son.
school
That means the
And
son.
he
basketball.
got a tryout. He got a secret tryout.
The son would have to still he couldn't be on a basketball team instantly, could he?
Yes, it's middle school basketball. Nobody cares. They're just
let
glad
dogs
there's
score
kids there.
points. Who gives a shit?
You're right.
It's middle school basketball. It's
There's no
children
rules. There's
flailing
no
around.
fucking rules.
So the game is going off, and they're losing.
Badly.
Yes,
They're getting fucked
10
up.
which is rare now because
Yeah.
they're a good team.
Yes. That speech at the beginning. He goes, "Look, half the team's not here because of chickenpox." So there's that.
Yeah.
What a weird.
Just to show that a
this-
lineup of 12 is now 6. That's
Right.
basically what they put.
So then
They're losing.
the asshole kid injures 2 other kids.
Yeah.
yeah,
In one shot
Catastrophic-
somehow. Yeah.
some catastrophic basketball pass.
So they're gonna have to fucking forfeit because they don't have enough
They
players.
don't have enough players,
They have
and
4
that's
players.
when Bud runs in.
Runs in. We don't know why or how he got back.
Like I said, he should have ran up to Andy and tore his fucking throat out for leaving him
tried
on a
killing him.
goddamn island. He did.
Yeah.
He left him to die.
for a very hazy reason. Like him leaving Bud there, it's not a clear motivation whatsoever. Like
That dog's been through a second Revenant.
Why
He
would
eat
second
more
one?
meth hobos?
Yeah, yeah.
why
Another
wouldn't Andy
dog.
just take the dog back to his mom and be like, you know what I mean? Like,
We have
or
to do
bring him to the
something.
game. Like, I'm gonna steal it from him and at least have Bud at this game.
Listen,
Yeah.
are you
You know?
talking about the Air Bud you want or the Air
Air
Bud
Bud
we
I
watched?
got. I'm talking about the Air Bud I want, John.
That's right.
Because I believe there's a great Air Bud somewhere.
But the
Yeah.
dog shows
We're
up.
gonna find it.
The
We're
coach
gonna
is like,
find
"I
it.
love it." The coach is like, "I love it. Let's do it." And then the other coach is like, "Dude, this is dog shit." And then the dog. The angry kid's dad is also like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah,
And he's like, so
dogs can't play
you're afraid of
basketball.
losing to a dog then? And they're like, put him in.
Put him in.
Yeah.
and
And
the
they-
guy says the line where he's like, there's nothing in this book that says a dog can't play
And
basketball.
we're like an hour.
it's true
and
because that's how
We're an
shitty
hour-
middle
It's
school
almost
basketball
over.
is.
we're an hour and
40.
20.
It's
Some
not
40.
40, right? How
We're
long was
in,
this movie?
it's almost 2 hours.
Okay.
Oh,
But
God.
but we're finally at the point for the first time in this
That
movie.
this dog is actually going
is
to
gonna play
sanctioned basketball.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
Before this, he has done nothing except make a boy happy
Yeah.
and been a mascot.
And be
Yeah.
a vessel of the Lord.
The poster has him making a dunk.
It's fucking bullshit.
It's such false advertising.
Bullshit.
It is such false
Then
advertising.
the dog plays basketball and somehow he's really great at it and they score lots
He
of
makes
points.
2 foul shots and they're 2 points down.
Yeah, the game itself is whatever.
Andy's
It-
got to clinch it.
Yeah, you're watching children play a sport. It's fucking
with a dog.
boring.
It's boring
Yeah.
as shit. Yeah. And
Everybody's cheering their fucking minds
Yeah, they're
off.
losing their
yeah,
minds
basically Air Bud, everyone's astounded at how good he does, and then Andy makes the winning shot.
yeah, he shoots a 3-pointer
Three-pointer.
at the last 5 seconds. He wins the game.
And you know what? Once again, we're at a
Didn't
part
care.
of the movie
Which should have been the end and really
dude,
important.
This
and it
movie
was
could
just
have
kind of
ended
like,
so many times because
Oh.
once again, everything's resolved. But guess who shows up at the end of this game?
steps in through the door during the last shot.
Dirty as hell, too.
Jeter. He's there.
Michael Jeter.
He's there.
He's like, that dog is mine. It's finally going to be mine. And then he pulls his papers out, but they're all soggy because he fell in the water. And he's like, I'll see you in court.
And then
Dissolve to
gavel.
court.
Gavel.
Fuck you.
Now we're in dog court.
So just to recap, Air Bud is more so a Christmas. It's like a Christmas movie.
Stop saying that.
It's a Christmas
No.
movie and a court movie
It's not a Christmas movie.
within a basketball movie.
No, it is a.
It's also a really creepy movie. Involving.
It has.
It's not
one
nearly as
scene of
much cum as you
Christmas
want it
and
to be,
One
but-
scene of court. I guess
The
two,
court scene's
technically.
pretty big, man.
It's retarded. Oh my
It's
a
like
church.
20 minutes
It's a
long.
church, too. Everybody's sitting in church pews. It's insane.
The court case has they bring
like,
in a
"Look,
crazy judge.
He makes a joke at first, and then he goes, "Look, this is a serious case. Let's all be serious. I don't want it to be a circus." And then the guy walks in the clown costume.
The
And
judge
he's
is
like-
also a
he's
senile
like,
old
Who
man.
the hell are you? And he's like, I'm the
plaintiff.
That's it.
I wanted to, and he's like, I wanted to be in the garb that I usually work with the dog. The dog knows me.
Yeah.
Why I need the dog.
Ugh.
And then they ended up arguing to the point of like, well, we'll just.
There was a weird speak
The
joke.
mom,
with
the mom
dog
uses a whole bunch of
barking.
non-legal arguments like, my son is finally happy because of this dog.
And the guy's like, no, I actually own it.
And then they're like, well, let's just. We're trying to get to the end here.
This should be an open and shut.
To get to the end here, the judge, the crazy senile judge,
He goes, let's go outside and put you guys in the dog in the middle.
Let's see who he goes to.
I'm pretty sure we could just look up a database. It's like him, ownership, dog. Okay, we're done here.
I wish they did the like Bible shit and made him like rip it in half, like see if they can rip it in half. And the guy
Rip the dog in half? Oh
the kid's
my
like, I'm not gonna.
Well,
do
the
it.
kid
He's
would
like,
just
I love
be-
him so much, and
No,
he just
the
does it anyway.
Oh, God damn
I
it.
tried killing him once.
I do it
He
again, I don't
didn't
care.
die. And so,
I
yeah,
just need him back so bad.
you've
Even-
got
Oh my
the two of them
God.
have circles they stand in. They can't walk out of these circles, and then Bud's in the middle, and they're both calling to him.
This scene is so dumb.
It's so dumb. And then
Yeah.
the clown, Happy
There should
Slap,
be no there should be no tension
that
here.
dog
the dog
Yeah.
hates him. It loves the boy.
Yeah,
but no, the dog is like staring at everyone.
it's emotional courtroom bullshit.
It is, and then
I guess it's the like stage fright.
It's the stage fright thing,
yeah.
again. And then Happy Slappy pulls out a paper, rolled up paper, and Bud sees that and he's like, "Oh, I want to chew it or something," because he loves stealing papers.
Newspapers,
As
apparently.
we learned earlier in the movie, which we didn't mention because it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't until right now.
Yeah.
He loves newspapers. He goes over to Happy Slappy, almost falls for it, and then all of a sudden bites his hand,
And then rips the newspaper
paper from him, and then runs to Andy. Yay! It's Andy's dog. We
Yay,
did it.
finally! Good God!
Yeah, and everybody's happy.
All it took was for you to win one basketball game
That you could have won without the
without
dog.
the dog. Yeah.
The dog was not necessary.
And then the old
feel
judge
so
goes
tired.
like, court's adjourned,
It's like-
but he's on a raised platform in an
He's got, like, a
office chair
throne, yeah.
with a table. So somebody brought all that shit up there and either got up on it or they lifted him up there, which is
He was
insane.
old, man. He didn't get up
Yeah,
there.
he
He,
didn't
wasn't
get up
climbing
there.
up there.
He's probably, yeah.
And then we dissolve to the credits where we see Bud and Andy playing
He goes,
In the holy
hey,
court.
in the holy court where
Yeah.
God blesses them
Yeah,
and everything
they
they
get to soak
do,
up the God rays that makes them impenetrable.
which
to
is going to
problems
carry
and
him
chaos.
through 14
He's
more
gonna lead
movies.
this
13.
town. He's gonna lead.
don't
this
you
town
see
into
that
glory.
the parents...
You know what Matt's saying makes sense because
No.
we know
He's gonna lift
Look.
the witch's curse.
dude,
The
he's going to have
entire-
children that can speak English.
Look.
I'm saying Matt's theory about God imbuing Bud with some sort of weird dog powers is not off.
All I'm saying is this is a town that does not protect its innocents at all until Air Bud allows the innocent to be protected by the legal system. You see?
John, there was one bucket of cum. It's it.
Yeah,
There were several
If there was
buckets
two
of cum.
buckets,
maybe
we
listen,
might
talk.
be able to go with it.
We disagree on size of buckets, but there were cups which are smaller buckets.
It's a technicality.
Oh.
It's a
Okay.
technicality. You really
would you
get
guys
right in my
recommend
ass.
people watch the classic 1997 movie Air Bud?
I don't know, man.
It's the best.
It's really
You look so
disjointed.
dead.
I'm really tired.
It's so-
It's very disjointed and convoluted and baffling at points.
Yeah.
If you wanna wonder about napkins for 90 minutes,
It's the
you know
only
what I mean?
one that
Like,
it's the
one
only
of
one
the
that holds any
biggest-
nostalgia. Like the rest of them are all straight to DVD.
There's so much bait and switch with that box cover, though. That's insane.
Yeah.
That dog does not make one fucking slam dunk.
Nope.
Not even a
It
practice
feels
one.
like you're walking into Mighty Ducks and it's not Mighty Ducks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's the movie I thought I was sitting down to again.
Yep. I was waiting for like montages of dogs scoring points.
and stuff. No,
No.
it's not that.
Yeah.
But
Well-
the dog did do all the real stunts. That part's cool.
Yeah.
I think showing it to a child
Dude.
is fine.
This dog
Yeah.
was who? This
Like,
dog.
as an adult,
I don't.
Yeah, plop your kids
no.
in front of it. I mean,
Yeah, a
that's
kid
why.
can watch this. I
Let's
think
be
I-
honest. That's
no,
why
no,
there's
no, don't plop your kids in front
yes,
of it.
pop your
Don't
kids
plop-
out.
John.
and
There's a
and-
reason.
Don't
There's 14
plop
of
your
these.
kids
It's
in
for
front of it.
kids.
Please don't plop your kids in front of this. All I'm saying.
I'm fine with it.
It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. It's really awful. And you guys are fucking gross for not
We are
noticing how bad.
gross.
We
It's
didn't
a
know.
Force
bad.
us to say come like 400 times.
Hey, listen, that's the vernacular of my argument.
The vernacular.
You gotta say it because it's the 200-pound bucket in the room. All right? All I'm saying, this movie has a bukkake scene right in the middle of the film.
John,
Middle.
thank you for closing out your year with us.
I
and
fucking
Air
hate
Bud.
you. This should have been an action movie. I was told I wasn't gonna
Anything
have
can
to
happen.
watch
Don't you
this.
see? It's an honor. You start.
What honor?
You're the first step of a journey.
Yeah.
No, I just get to see you guys when you're sane.
You're seeing
and
us
you're gonna-
off. You're like the last person as we sail off.
You're
because
you feel home. You feel warm like home, and we want to know that right before we leave.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about?
And then you end up just talking about cum all day.
Look, I didn't pick this movie. You picked this movie. You picked this series.
We didn't
of
pick.
movies.
Yeah, we picked it because the
You're
world
fucking
picked it.
insane.
Humanity chose it, and that's why we're choosing it because we want to know why.
Humanity chose it. Some crazy asshole just paid for 14 of these. Who knows if these make money? Who knows?
Yeah, really, no one knows.
It really could be just a money pit that
It's
you
a-
guys are watching.
Well, this one was a hit. This movie
made money.
was a legitimate
It
hit.
shows
How
us on
much of a
TV
hit
all the
was it?
time.
I think it made around 30 million, which for 1997 for a dog movie made in Canada is pretty good.
All right.
This was the one that this is the one that people like still,
It's
sort
the
of.
ship that launched 1,000 faces or whatever. I don't know.
What?
Look, I don't know what's happening anymore.
All I know
I'm
is
losing my mind.
I was told I was going to see an action
They
movie.
know you were lied to. They
You
don't
guys-
care.
No, it's again you lied to me. It's not the first time
No,
you've
this is
done
the
this to me.
truly the first time that we fully lied to you.
Okay.
You knew you were gonna watch Tree of Life. That one movie just turned out to be really boring. That was our
I thought that
fault.
was an action movie.
Yeah, we all thought that was an action movie.
There was a lot more Sean Penn could have been in that movie. It had some action. It did stuff.
John.
You know
When you're gonna come back one more time
what for Air Bud
for
the
Exterminator 2.
Dude, yeah, in
You're gonna-
30
you're
Because you know what?
weeks.
This
no,
is gonna.
I'm not falling for this. You're
In
gonna
30
space
you will.
buddy.
28
If
weeks.
you fucking space buddies me,
No,
I'm
I
gonna
won't.
fucking kill you. I'm gonna kill you both, and I'm gonna swim in your blood. I'm gonna swim in your fucking blood.
28 weeks from now, we will watch
Oh my
Exterminator
God!
2.
After July 2017.
28
No.
We're
weeks.
doing this until July
my God.
2017.
28 weeks exactly, John. We'll be right here.
No!
Exterminator 2.
I have to wait 6 months
Yes.
for you guys to stop watching your dog movies.
Yeah.
We're trying to do something here. We're trying to do something
We're
great.
trying to live, John. Not fantasize about buckets of cum everywhere.
I'm not fantasizing. It was right there in the movie. Okay? It's supposed to be for kids, and this dog just spraying cum everywhere. Okay? I was supposed to see a guy with a motorcycle helmet and a flamethrower kill bad guys. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. I wanted to see the second appearance of John Turturro in a movie. You guys fuck it up. You make me watch this. A fucking dog movie where a dog doesn't even fucking play basketball.
The dog is full of Jesus' light. It's a miracle, John. Playing basketball is a fucking parlor trick.
Good God. All right.
He's tearing us apart
It's-
already.
I can't wait.
Everybody's gonna destroy.
Can't
our
wait
lives.
to do it 13 more times in movies that are arguably way worse.
I'm just.
Dude, fucking Santa Buddies 2 is gonna make my face
All,
fall off.
all I'm saying is I'm glad that we're friends enough that we can have disagreements at times. We can disagree about.
Dude, not everyone could make it through Air Bud like this. Don't you understand? It's a special.
It's fucking New Year's Eve. guys. It's fucking New Year's
We
Eve.
had to end 2016 somehow. We
Look.
did it.
I wasn't sure how bad your year was, so we just wanted to drag you to the bottom so you can have some perspective.
Got to put a period on that fucking sentence.
Yeah, we're about to start a new year.
Get it out now.
Yeah.
God damn it! This whole year's been a bait and switch. It's crazy. I don't get
We
it.
didn't want you to end on the happy note of getting engaged.
Yeah, no.
We wanted
fuck
to end on
that.
Air
wanted-
Bud and cum and dogs.
That's why I did it so late, so that I don't have to deal with this. But now
Thought you avoided
you
it.
fucked it up. All I had to do like a couple of days.
No.
Nothing. You made me watch fucking Air Bud.
Yeah.
God damn it, man. This weird cum dumpster of a movie.
God, we talk about cum so much. All right.
Goodbye.
Please subscribe to Thunder Grunt
You're gonna get so many listeners
to listen to
in
more
Dubai
bonus disc. I know.
for all the content
Thunder
we're
Grunt
talking
on
about.
iTunes or Podbean. You can hear more bonus discs. We're gonna keep doing this. I feel like we're gonna get really lost by the time this is over.
Really?
But we're gonna do it.
Dude, we're gonna do it.
We're gonna do it, John. Thank you for helping us take this beautiful first step. Please stop thinking about cum. It's not
I'm
healthy.
not.
Yeah, see someone.
Just
see
I'm not
someone.
gonna see. Yeah.
Then why'd you say any of it, John?
What?
We didn't make you say any of that stuff.
What?
subscribe to Thunder Grunt. Thank you.
I thought it was more about betrayal.
It's over.
You have just listened to Bonus Disc. Questions, comments, and movie suggestions can be posted to facebook.com/bonusdisc. Opinions and criticisms of the hosts and guests of Bonus Disc are 100% valid because they sit high atop Judgment Mountain. So quit your whining.